Welcome to Flyshikis TV. My name is Flood, the Alkaline Investor. And here we have today the one and only Billy Carson. How you doing today?
Thank you. Hey, fantastic, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, no, it's definitely our pleasure. It's definitely our pleasure. So if you don't mind, man, I want to dive right in. I got a lot of stuff I want to ask. I'm a big fan of yours. And I really look up to you and consider you like one of the OGs in the game when it comes to, you know, passing out this real information and this real life-changing knowledge that we should all be trying to soak up. So
thank you, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Do you feel like there's a disconnect between like people from native to Africa now and the ones who were kind of the diaspora, everybody else, you know, and the separation? I know that we understand that it's kind of it's bigger than that on a human level to certain degrees. But just like as a whole for just Africa and people who kind of have left the continent and went other places, do you feel like there's a certain disconnect, and how do you feel like we can kind of change that?
Yeah, I believe there's a major disconnect between our connection to Africa and the fact that we aren't there. Yes, I believe that there were indigenous Blacks around the planet in different areas, but a lot of people came out of Africa originally. It's been proven. You can track it back. I mean, it's not even a mystery. And I believe that a lot of for example, the African Americans, which is not even a real thing, are
all the time.
Have been completely disconnected from our real roots. Religion has destroyed our connection to our ancestors. You know, we're being taught over here that thank goodness for religion, because if it wasn't for that, we'd be worshiping a tree in Africa. I mean, I've seen pastors say this. You can watch video clips of this being said by Black religious leaders. And so our true origins, our true spirituality, and everything about us has been demonized. And we're told that if we even seek after it, we're going to burn in a lake of fire for eternity. And that came through the slave trade, obviously, to keep us focused on being a good slave. And it's been ingrained into our epigenetic memory through the RNA passed down through the father line. And so now we have 15 to 20 generations of epigenetics in each of our bodies that it all has all this trauma from past generations and programming code forcing us to stay disconnected from our ancestry and who we really and truly are and our origins. And to change this, we really need to go into, we have to be real with ourselves. It's going to be very, very difficult for a lot of people to overcome this, but it has to come down to really going into several things. The first thing is clean diet, because a clean diet will help clear your mind and your consciousness. Okay, that's the first thing. Right now, everybody's walking around in a complete fog. Okay, you got to clean up your diet so you can clean up your consciousness. The next thing is you can begin to think straight and ask yourself the right questions and not be afraid to ask yourself these questions. And then you become a researcher and you seek out the answers to these questions. The next thing is also positive affirmations. By speaking positively to ourselves for 21 days straight, 3 times a day, has been scientifically proven to reprogram and rewrite our DNA. Thereby clearing out some of these epigenetics that have been plaguing us, giving us PTSD, suicidal thoughts, depression, and all this other stuff, and have us running on just a pure straight program. It'll give us the ability to become more flexible and understand that we truly have the power inside of us and that we have the power to create our own reality. And I think if we did that and more people were willing to leave their zip code and start traveling, we'd see a reconnection with our true selves.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Great answer. That's a great way to end it. I haven't been all over like you. I've only been to Ghana. I was there for 3 months. Nice. And it definitely changed the way I saw things. I wasn't somebody who was too deep into propaganda that they were saying about Africa in the first place. But when I got there and they kept telling me, welcome home, I was able to feel it. You know what I mean? And that's when it changed, you know, and I was like, oh man, this is my people right here. I'm here with my people. You know, like there wasn't a disconnect anymore. It was just like I was looking at a distant relative, you know, and that was that. So